Hey, this is Jeremy Curran with Vagabond Industries. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about something that's kind of near and dear to my heart, and that is living inexpensively. I've been an entrepreneur for the last 12 to 13 years, mainly in the logistics industry, and we make a pretty nice living at it. But if you can couple that with living inexpensively, it just provides you more opportunities to travel and do things that you like, or reinvest in other things and build your wealth. One of those scenarios that's become most powerful for us, because I'm interested in real estate and real estate development with our new company, Sustainable Village Redevelopment, is house hacking and using the 203K FHA loan programs. In this scenario, we bought a duplex around 2013 for $570,000 here in San Diego County. We used basically like a house hacking method where you purchase multifamily real estate and you rent one unit and live in the other. I also work from home, so it provided me an office as well. In this scenario, with the first purchase we made at $570,000, the mortgage was right around $3,000. We were renting that second unit for around $1,800, and our cost to live in a new home and own the full duplex was around $1,200, which in San Diego County is pretty cheap. A lot of my friends are renting one-bedroom apartments that are old now for $1,800 or more, which is ridiculous. So you can see that even that is pretty affordable in an expensive market like San Diego. To take it a step further, I found out we were starting a new company called Sustainable Village Redevelopment, where we're trying to build or adaptively reuse buildings and make them all solar powered and give the tenants bikes and surfboards and kind of make it an experience. So this is our first attempt. We took the duplex and using the 203K FHA loan or home style renovation loan, which allows you to add up to 4 units on anything that's zoned for that, we added 2 more units over the existing units of my own design. That ended up costing around $1.4 million, which our mortgage is now around $6,700. We have approximately $700 in utilities, but we now have 3 2-bedroom apartments that we can rent for approximately $7,100, which makes our monthly cost of ownership around $300 to live in a brand new 2-level 1,600 square foot apartment with a rooftop deck and my offices, which we're filming in now. So in my mind, it wasn't easy to do, but you can see the math really starts working out where we're basically living for free, and that affords you all kinds of abilities to travel more or invest in other things or leverage the property like we're trying to do now, where we're looking at pulling a home equity line on the building, coupled with my savings to buy the next property, probably in Lake Tahoe, where we're going to add some units up there in North Lake Tahoe, which is another market that really needs good, fairly affordable rental housing, which I think is highly achievable with this. As far as house hacking, you can do it in a variety of ways if you want to keep your costs low. You don't necessarily have to have $1 million to buy a place. You can use the FHA 203 or the FHA first time home buyer program, which we use to purchase this duplex, 3% down with decent credit. You can purchase a single family home and rent some of the extra bedrooms to your friends and family to offset your costs and keep your mortgage cheap. You could buy a duplex or a fourplex and live in one of the duplexes and rent the other apartments to live for cheap or free. You could even, if you were younger, obviously, rent rooms in the apartment that you're keeping for yourself and even keep it less expensive, or even monetize it and make money at it. And then if you own land or a bigger lot, there are all kinds of creative things where you could put a granny flat or an ADU over your garage. Most cities are allowing this with minimal planning and time to do it. And there are a lot of companies that build these prefab tiny homes. Is obviously a big trend, or even glamping tents we've seen, where a lot of people with Airbnb that are just looking for awesome experiences in different towns are bringing in all kinds of extra revenue with their spare land so that they can live for free or even make money off their land. Instead of your mortgage being a negative, it turns into a positive. So there are all kinds of interesting strategies that you can use to own real estate, build your real estate wealth, or just live for free or cheap, or even get paid for the home that you live in anyway. So in my mind, not everybody wants to be a landlord, but this makes all kinds of sense because I don't want to have to make $1 million to be a happy guy. I want to, be able to make a nice living, but live very affordably and still have some nice toys and, use the extra money that we can save to do other creative projects like this, like building more solar powered housing in all kinds of the towns that we love that really need more rental housing anyways. So this is an interesting strategy. I'd obviously be happy to share my pro forma and more of my notes with this evolving channel and some of these new videos. So if you like this, leave some comments below, or hit the subscribe button, or email me if you'd like more information on this, or you'd like to discuss kind of how we went about it. Nuts and bolts, this is pretty general, but anyways, it's a really exciting strategy. There are other ways that you can do it, but I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and hopefully this inspires you to think a little bit differently about your finances and keep your lifestyle inexpensive and build your wealth a little bit, or even provide your friends and family more decent places to live of your own design. Anyways, if you have any questions, my phone number is 866-854-5341, extension 3, or you can contact me at jeremy@sustainablevillageredevelopment.com. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you like this. And then here's the front of the building. Our house used to be on the bottom when we bought it as a duplex, but you can see we're now living on the 2nd and 3rd floor with that rooftop deck and my offices. But yeah, pretty nice for living right in the middle of downtown San Diego. This is kind of this is the back, the central courtyard and the other 2 units in the new fourplex that we just built. Made it really super social and cool with a lot of different decks and interior space. You can see the surfboards down there. Lights for at night on a timer switch, and Adirondack chairs, but really tried to put a lot of time and energy into making it a unique and socially inspiring building to invite people to get out of their units and hang out with their neighbors. I hand designed everything myself. Pretty awesome. There's our bike parking area. Trying to do something kind of unique and creative. We used vintage bicycle frames and planted them on the concrete. We have a couple of new bikes coming for the tenants. So we had a few that got taken by some of our general contractors. Pretty bummed about that. We even have little dude parking for Riley and Kyler and their evolving bike collection. Vegetable gardens for the tenants and for us that are just getting set up. And then the surf rack. So we got a couple of new boards coming, but it's already been working. A couple of our neighbors are full-time stokers now. They surf all the time. But as you can see, just a real nice social space, Adirondack chairs, and considering we're living in town, it's pretty nice. We're on the rooftop deck of our unit in the fourplex, and some people would say living in a fourplex is a sacrifice, but I mean, look at these views. We have a nice big L-shaped couch, fire pit, picnic table, jacuzzi, my offices, hammock. Still kind of putting it all together, but you can see the view is pretty cool. You're looking over everything. And we have a real nice front yard with other decks, and you can see views of the mountains here in North Park, San Diego. So pretty cool. This is the inside of my office where the action happens. Mainly we run a logistics company, but with our new redevelopment company, Sustainable Village, we're doing a lot of planning for that. Trying to do a lot of content marketing now, video marketing, places I want to travel, adventures we've loved along the way, probably why we're house hacking. And dream boarding, of course, is a huge part of it. I've been staring at this for a long time, which is what has inspired me to start designing and building and adding units in the buildings and lots that we own. But anyways, pretty nice home office. Just in time for the pandemic, right?